Today we're going to be learning how to use Popplet. You can access Popplet on your computer at www.popplet.com or by using the app on your iPad. Popplet is great for organizing your ideas visually. It can be used for assignments and projects and for visualizing relationships between ideas or images. We're going to use Popplet in our Ancient Civilization unit to organize our learning on cultural universals. The first thing we're going to do is click on Make a New Popplet to get started. Here is where you get to name your Popplet. For us, we're going to start with Mesopotamia, which was the first civilization that we learned about. You can also choose a different color as the background for your Popplet. I'm going to go ahead and choose blue, but we can change this later. And I'm going to click on Make It So. Up here at the top where you see the little blue swatch, this is where you can change the background. So you can change it to green if you change your mind, or down to pink, and then back to blue. And we'll just leave it at blue. Now to get started, we are going to double click on the screen and this will bring up our first Popplet box. This is going to be one of our main boxes, and I'm going to go ahead and write Mesopotamia in it. You can change the font size while you're in here by clicking on the A, and we can make it bigger because this is going to be a title box, or we could have made it smaller as well. We're going to leave it bigger, and we're going to stretch our box to be a little bit bigger to contain the whole word. Now we could move the box around our screen. We can also hold onto our screen and move the screen around as well. Now we're ready to add more boxes onto our Popplet. There are 4 different categories for our cultural universals. So we will double click again, and the first one that we're going to add is society. You can also change the color of the outline of your box. You can click here to change that color. We're going to make the society box have an outline of blue. I'm going to double click again. We're going to make a box for beliefs. We're going to make our belief box green. I'm going to click again, make a box for technology. Make our technology box red. And click a 4th time to make a box for language. And we'll make our language box pink. We can now connect our boxes to Mesopotamia by clicking on the little circle on the outside and dragging it to the Mesopotamia box. Therefore, we can show the relationship between our different Popplets. And we can move our boxes around if we like to make them a little bit more organized on our screen. We can also zoom in and zoom out so we can see a little bit more of the screen at a time. Now, I would like to add a little bit more about language. So I'm going to click again. I'm going to make another Popplet box, and this is where I want to add an image. You can click on this little picture of an image, and then we can click on the computer and we can bring up an image that I've saved on my computer. So on my desktop, I'm going to go down to my Mesopotamia, and I'm going to pick on cuneiform and hit open. Cuneiform is a written language from Mesopotamia, so I'm going to connect it to our language Popplet, and I'm also going to add a little bit of a subtitle by clicking the A for text, and I'm going to write cuneiform. I'm going to change the outline to pink to match our language boxes. Another example of doing this, I can add something to my beliefs area, another image. Go to my computer for my images and choose the ziggurat. A ziggurat is a temple where they would worship their gods. We're going to make the outline green to match the beliefs, and we're going to add a little subtitle, ziggurat. Now I'm going to click to connect the ziggurat box to beliefs. You can continue in this way, adding more information about society, beliefs, technology, and language. Color coding is another visual way to allow the viewer to see the different connections. When you are all done, you can come up here to the settings. You can save your Popplet, and you can also export your Popplet as a PDF or a JPEG. You can even come up here to the share box, and you could add collaborators onto your Popplet. So I'm going to go and I'm going to save my Popplet. And then I can go back to my home screen and I can see the Popplet that I've already started. On the free version of Popplet, you're allowed to have 5 free Popplets at a time. But if you want to make a 6th one, you're going to need to delete one, which you could do by clicking the X on top. And you can always relaunch the Popplet you've made by clicking on it again.